Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching This Show. So I'm watching American Horror Story, double feature, Red Tide.
Thirst. Episode 3.
So, I know it's too soon. We're halfway through. But this season's just, like, great, right?
So far. I mean, it is absurd.
Oh, no.
Patent absurdity. But yeah.
Well, I actually think it's even a little bit more, it feels more focused, which I'm desperately hoping they keep up in the back three.
Sure.
What I'm appreciating so much about it is that we're in a location.
Mm-hmm.
We have characters. I am, for the most part, invested in them, and I want to see where it goes. It's like, I don't want them to keep throwing, like, crazy shit at me.
Sure.
Because
there's already enough crazy shit.
Yeah, and it, like, I didn't write it down. I was trying, I wish I had, but there was, like, a creepy element in this episode where I was like, that right there was so good. And I like that they actually gave it time to breathe because I don't remember what it was, but there was something that happened and it gave me more of like the Haunting of Hill House type of thing where I was like, American Horror Story tends to think that more is better.
Sure.
And while that is sometimes, possibly even oftentimes the case, it's like you can go several episodes with only 2 or 3 creepy things happening. It doesn't have to be like thing after thing after thing. Not to say this was a subtle episode.
No, okay, because that's what I was going to say is like, I think that the one thing in this episode that went too far for me, not even too far, like it wasn't like too much, but it didn't play in to anything else at all, was the snuff film creators.
Honestly, I don't get it either, but apparently guys that pay for these types of movies go nuts for it.
It's just weird.
I mean, it goes to show that he still doesn't know what he's doing.
Well,
sure. I love this town, this like full stop ghost town.
Yeah.
that
somehow has a thriving Craigslist market.
Yeah. Like that we have multiple gay hustlers down at the Dick Dock.
Yeah, because one of them already died, and then there was another one in this episode.
Yeah, R.I.P. So. We're going through them like
going through the boy horse. Oh, his name was Beefy, and his acting name is Sean Jenkins.
But no, that was the most American Horror Story part. Luckily we didn't get much of it. Although, I mean, I guess it could come back at some point later.
The snuff film?
Yeah.
I guess. Why? They're both dead.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I really like I'm actually really interested in the family drama of it all. And maybe this was it. Maybe this was kind of what I was thinking, in which case it was preemptive for me to declare it victory in the first 10 minutes. But I think it was Lily Rabe. It was Doris sort of reacting to finding Alma eating the dead rabbit.
Oh, sure.
And there was a part of me where I was just like, could you imagine? Because as far as Doris is concerned, there's just some weird things going on.
Right.
She's sort of like the most in the dark. And I was like, she kind of, I mean, she was definitely in a bit of survival mode, but she was kind of like just trying to process and clean up the situation.
They say that Lyme can cause psychologically.
She's fine.
She was eating a dead rabbit, Harry!
And could you imagine if that was the extent of the crazy, and for the rest of her life, she has to be like, remember that time I found you eating a dead rabbit? And like,
sure.
I mean, children do weird shit sometimes, so it's like, it's within the realm of possibility.
I used to eat little white butterflies when I was like 4. I would chase them around and grab them, and it was weird.
But it just like, it's so like, what?
Yeah, it was okay. No vertebrates were harmed in my childhood.
And then just Adina Porter, the sheriff, trying her best.
Yeah.
Because what did she say? She said something to Harry. Is that his name?
Yeah.
She said something to Harry.
Alma is 9 years old. She didn't murder a hustler on the beach.
I know. I just need to ask her some questions to see if she has any idea who did.
I can't stress enough how much you're not allowed to question a minor without their parents present.
You were so hung up on that, and I was like,
I can't get over it.
That was the least of my concerns in this.
I can't get over it. And like, as if either of them are going to be like, yes, please take our 9-year-old down to the station. It's not going to happen.
And I don't know. I really just am invested in this. I love Harry and Alma in cahoots. I think almost kind of hilarious. Like, she might even be my favorite.
She is. You don't love kids.
She's not plussed about anything.
No.
She's just like eye on the prize.
Yeah, she's very like, because he's like, don't ever go out and get your own food. I'll do it for you. And she's like, what about when I turn 18? And he's like, not even then. Because they like come up with this whole entire plan of like, well, I can, Harry's like, I can take the pills just a couple months a year and be normal the rest of the time. But like, you'll have concerts and traveling and blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to be on this for the rest of your life. And I'm like, this is not sustainable.
No.
This is not happening.
I don't know. Maybe don't prodigies burn out early sometimes?
Also, yes.
Yeah. So she just needs to make it to 20.
Yeah.
She's been with us, but enter proper Leslie Grossman as Ursula.
Yeah.
I love Leslie Grossman so much. I think she's such a great addition to this cast. She's definitely one of the later season additions, so I could see some people sort of equating her with decline in the show, but I think that would be unfair.
I think Apocalypse was like her first one, right? Yeah.
This is very patented Leslie Grossman. However, having said that, in a rare twist, she's sort of the straight man.
Kind of,
she's not the punchline. And there's just something about her coming in, and she was really cunty at the Muse. Because before that, I was like, I like that he somewhat cares about her and vice versa. And you just like, at the beginning of the episode, I was like, oh man, she is so not cut out for this. And then by the end of the episode, you're like, oh, she's going to be running this.
She's more cut out for this than we thought.
The scene with the stuff with her and Macaulay Culkin. So Macaulay Culkin, Mickey took the pill. Turns out that he is talented.
Yep.
Also, turns out that in this reality, anyone who's successful is taking the pill. Quentin Tarantino, that was really funny.
It was funny. Quentin Tarantino would literally never, never, ever, ever.
I mean, he would take
the pills.
Yeah.
For sure. He would never let somebody else write a screenplay for him. Ever.
Well, and they tried to lampshade that.
It was like, he just got married and he's not in a position to do what he used to do. And I'm just like, no, not it.
Yeah, because he would put his
emotional
his relationship with a woman over his art, his craft.
Definitely not.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it, but I'm also sort of like,
it was
there's not a lot to analyze.
No, there's not a lot to analyze. I guess the only other thing is we finally met the chemist, Angelica Ross. So we finally met the person who's making the pills.
Yeah, and she's totally fine with this small town operation.
Yep.
It's more that because that's what I was getting at with Mickey, where I said Mickey took it and apparently he is talented. He's trying to be in cahoots with Ursula.
Yeah.
And Ursula is just seeing dollar signs.
Yeah.
So she's
in a way that's not sustainable. She's like, I'm going to pick my 15 to 20 best writers. And I'm like, okay, we're going to make at least 10 pale things.
Do you want an outbreak?
Yeah.
This is how you get outbreak.
You're going to get at least 10 of those people who are not actually good like you think they are. And yeah, I don't know. It's just also you're opening this up to a weird amount of people. And it's outbreak is definitely.
I mean, I definitely I see what she thinks she's going to accomplish. And
but
I
it's
see what
not,
she's going for. And I love how just completely unfazed by any of it she is. The scene because Belle Noire wants her off, which understandable.
She wants them all dead now. She wants to kill Doris. Doris is actively trying to leave. She's in Hyannis right now.
She can't get out quick enough.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to offer because Alma's we don't need dead weight.
Yeah, she really is. She's talking to Harry and she's like, we don't need mom. And he's like, Alma, you're saying the quiet part out loud.
But what I do because like we said, we've critiqued American Horror Story for 10 years now, 10 seasons, and it is just crazy. And I do love that Belle at least acknowledged that this crazy is new, is abnormal. It's not the usual.
I was sort of imagining a continuance of this this storyline, and sort of I don't know, 30 years from now, Belle and Austin are just God, remember when we were the only ones here? And they're still at the Muse, but they're knocking them back.
But yeah, the scene where Mickey came to kill Ursula, and she was just are you here to murder me?
Yeah, in a tight bathtub. That bathtub was really cool. Toblerone, yeah.
Are you here to murder me and drink my blood? I don't want to. I mean, you seem real cool. Actually, could you recommend any of your colleagues to me? Because I really don't want this messing up any kind of career momentum I have right now.
Sure, but I don't know if they'd be able to get you that gig rewriting the remake of Speed Racer.
She just like was just so completely unfazed. And that's even before she was babysitting Alma and Alma killed.
Yeah, Sheriff Burleson. I'm sad. I feel like Adina Porter can't win lately with stuff like this for some reason.
Yeah, we're dealing with that thing where it's like there's a cast list that I'm like, I mean, we've seen Billy Lord once.
Yeah.
Like, is this really...
And it's like I don't want more of Sarah Paulson's tuberculosis Karen, but it's like she wasn't in this episode either. So I'm sort of like, I don't really know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, these first 3 episodes are really solid, and I'm mostly just sort of enjoying watching this one.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how like in depth our, recap reviews are going to be going forward. But so far, it's also just, I mean, every season is gorgeous, but there's something about the season that's particularly...
It's really pleasing to the eye.
Like the scene where Mickey killed, what was his name?
Beefy.
And the blood streaked sand and the wave coming in, washing it away.
Yeah,
it was really cool. Oh yeah, we had Dennis O'Hare. He's a writer who
no, he's an interior designer.
That witnessed that, but nothing.
But from too far away.
Yeah, nothing came of it.
Yeah, not yet. Well, now Sheriff Burleson's dead, so I don't know.
I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
No, me too. Super fun. We laughed a lot.
Yeah, kind of can't wait for episode 4, and then we'll see from there.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to say, it feels like a really missed opportunity to do an opening credits sequence that capitalized on the sea shanty trend.
Yeah, they should have done that.
I kind of would be like, Trevor, get your hurdy-gurdy. We gotta.
Oh boy. No, I agree with that for sure.
So, okay, bye.